Hunter back with the Moose here. What went into getting the call this time around?
I just we were on the road as in Boise, and we just had a game, and then I got the call saying that I was getting called up, and I wasn't really expecting it considering we were on the road, and you guys were on the road as well. So I'm just happy to be here.
Going back to camp, got into the start of things, but ran into some injury trouble. Was it frustrating to go through a whole summer of getting ready for camp, and then all of a sudden you're on the shelf?
Yeah, I mean, you never want to get hurt right off the bat. I mean, you work all summer and you get ready for every opportunity, and that kind of just put me a little bit behind the eight ball. But you just gotta, those kind of things happen in pro hockey. You just gotta work through those kind of injuries.
What do you think's led to the impression that you've been able to make on this team that you're one of those guys that they're happy to call up and bring onto the roster?
For me as a player, I just try to bring a positive attitude, just be a good guy around the locker room, make sure I work super hard, and I'm reliable, and I feel like I kind of bring that for them, and they trust me in that sense.
So beyond just getting back into the AHL, what's good about coming back to this Moose team?
I think it's just the group of guys that we have here. It's a really tight knit group, and everyone's willing to work for one another. And whether or not you just got here, you've been here, everyone treats you like you've been, you've kind of been here from the start of the year, and I think that's pretty pivotal in a sense, making the new guys feel comfortable, and then at the same time just being able to, if you feel comfortable with one another, you're going to trust everyone in here, and that's going to lead to success on the ice.
You were well-traveled last season, playing in the ECHL as well, 3 teams in the AHL. What was the experience like getting into some playoff games with the Hershey Bears?
I think it's a great experience. I've played in some ECHL playoff games, and you kind of learn the intensity and what it takes to win a playoff series. And I think being able to experience some American League experience in the playoffs is huge, because that's a whole different level, different expectations, and it's tough, obviously, every level to win a championship, but just seeing what it took for each team, whether it was Charlotte, who we were playing against, or Hershey, everyone was putting it on the line and making sure that they put their best foot forward so that the team could win.
How do you feel your starts to the season's been with Orlando?
It's been good so far. Our record down there doesn't show kind of the team that we have down there, but as of late we've been picking it up, and they were on kind of a winning streak. So for me personally, I was just trying to make sure I kept my game simple and provided what I could so that the team could win.
Now, you did spend some time playing for the Toronto Marlies back in the day. Is there anybody still left on that team from when you spent a little time with them?
Yeah, I mean, I know a few of the guys, like Lil Legerin, and then one of my buddies that now plays there, Kiva Hame, and Bracco. I know, yeah. So I know a few of those guys, and I talk to him here and there, and it's always good to see a familiar face.